एक तरफ गुजरात से शुरू हुआ एक साधारण सा सफर, दूसरी तरफ न्यूयॉर्क की तेज रफ्तार की जिंदगी और एक सक्सेसफुल फार्मेसी बिजनेस। लेकिन इन सब के बीच एक इंसान जिसने कभी अपने दिल की आवाज को नहीं भुलाया। यह है कमलेश पटेल जी, जिन्हें दुनिया भर में लाखों लोग प्यार से दाजी कहते हैं। एक स्पिरिचुअल टीचर, ऑथर और हार्टफुल मेडिटेशन के ग्लोबल गाइड। 2014 से दाजी श्री रामचंद्र मिशन के प्रेसिडेंट हैं और सहज मार्ग परंपरा के चौथे गुरु के रूप में करोड़ों लोगों को मेडिटेशन और इनर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन का रास्ता दिखा रहे हैं। उनके योगदान को देखते हुए भारत सरकार ने 2023 में उन्हें पद्म भूषण से भी सम्मानित किया। इसी साल उन्हें यूके इंडिया ट्रायम्फ अवार्ड भी मिला। 2024 में कॉमनवेल्थ ने उन्हें ग्लोबल एम्बेसडर ऑफ पीसफुल बिल्डिंग एंड फेथ का दर्जा दिया और सिटी ऑफ लंदन ने उन्हें फ्रीडम ऑफ द सिटी से नवाजा। एक ऐसा सम्मान जो बहुत कम लोगों को मिलता है। द हार्टफुलनेस वे, डिजाइनिंग डेस्टिनी और स्पिरिचुअल एनाटॉमी जैसी बेस्ट सेलिंग बुक के जरिए दाजी ने लाखों लोगों को अपने अंदर झांकने और जिंदगी को नए नजरिए से देखने की प्रेरणा दी है। लेकिन आखिर ध्यान क्या है, स्पिरिचुअलिटी क्या है, अध्यात्म होता क्या है, दिल की बात सच में कैसे सुनी जाती है और आज की भागदौड़ भरी जिंदगी में सुकून और संतुलन कैसे पाया जा सकता है, इन्हीं सब सवालों के जवाब आज जानने वाले हैं हम दाजी के साथ। दाजी, आपका हमारे पॉडकास्ट पे बहुत बहुत स्वागत है।
थैंक यू अमित जी।
मैं बहुत नर्वस भी हूँ और मुझे बहुत अच्छा भी लग रहा है। वापस से वो जो हमारा जो पर्पस है फॉर डूइंग द पॉडकास्ट, मुझे लगता है उसका सबसे बड़ा फायदा यही है कि आप जैसे लोगों से पर्सनली वन ऑन समय मिल जाता है, वरना इट इज टू डिफिकल्ट।
थैंक यू।
मैंने पूरा कल हमारा काफी टूर हुआ पूरी जगह का और मुझे आई थिंक आई वाज शेयरिंग विद यू आल्सो कि इतना खूबसूरत था सारा कुछ, एंड मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंटली द विजन। एंड वो हम देख रहे थे कि जो जो गुरु हुए आपसे पहले, उनके विजन को आपने कैरी फॉरवर्ड किया। एंड नाउ आई थिंक thousands of lakhs of people are working towards the same purpose.
जी,
कैसे वो
जी।
पेड़ लगाए गए, वो सारी चीज बहुत खूबसूरत थी। सो एंड आई फेल्ट इट इज माय प्रिविलेज कि मुझे जानने का मौका मिला और मैं आपके सामने हूँ। तो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर गिविंग मी दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी।
मोस्ट वेलकम अमित जी।
शुरुआत में सभी से एक सवाल करता हूँ, तो मैं वो आपसे भी पूछूंगा क्योंकि मैं लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन, मैनिफेस्टेशन के बारे में भी बहुत बात करता हूँ। तो मैं आपसे एक ही सवाल करता हूँ पहले कि डू यू बिलीव इन मैनिफेस्टेशन? क्या ये सब आपने मैनिफेस्ट किया था?
Yes and no. Merely desiring for something to manifest is counterproductive. It has to be backed by resources and action, not just individual, but there has to be some other forces that should come along with it.
Right.
See, for example, if I wanted to plant a tree, how many can I plant on my own?
Correct.
I need help from millions of people. If I want to buy 1 million trees, will I be able to afford? I can't. So I need many hands to join. So it's not just individual dream or individual effort, but many forces, they have to come together. During the lifetime of my Guruji Maharaj, Babuji Sahab from Shahjahanpur, Uttar Pradesh, जैसे बोलते हैं दिए के नीचे अंधेरा, वैसे वहाँ पे बहुत लोगों ने ध्यान शुरू नहीं किया और लोगों को पता भी नहीं चला कि ऐसे महापुरुष उनके बगल में रहते हैं। लेकिन दूर दूर के लोगों को पता चला और जहाँ एक्टिव ग्रुप बन जाता है वहाँ इट मशरूम्स इन अ बिग वे। लेकिन शाहजहानपुर में अंधेरा ही रहा। The main reason was not his personal lack of capacity, but he did not have many hands who could join him.
Wow.
So, another example like Sri Ramchandra ji of Ayodhya. Without those squirrels and monkeys, could he have approached? So you need monkeys and squirrels, however small. Monkeys and squirrels, just an example that even the smallest help can take you to unlimited heights too.
Wow. Okay.
So manifestation, just by desiring, it's not going to happen. People are having fallacy just because they read some books and say, oh, your thoughts, your positive sankalpa can manifest into reality.
No.
It's not so easy.
Beautiful. Okay. Great. I also believe that same. Okay. ध्यान क्या है?
ध्यान, आप क्या समझते हैं ध्यान क्या है?
For me, ध्यान is knowing yourself more, being into a state of awareness. But आप क्या सोचते हैं?
मैं बहुत लोगों से पूछता हूँ, अभी भी एक भी इंसान ने मुझे सही जवाब नहीं दिया. योगी लोगों ने पूछा, मैंने उनको भी, उन लोगों ने भी जवाब नहीं दिया. सब बोलते हैं शांत हो जाना, विचार का शून्य हो जाना, समाधि अवस्थ हो जाना, वो ध्यान है. बट आपने जो डिस्क्राइब किया ध्यान, और लोग बोलते हैं ध्यान, these are all results.
Wow.
They are karma फल, not karma itself. ध्यान क्या है वो कोई नहीं बताता, ध्यान क्या कर सकता है वो बताते हैं. वाह, आप कोई भी किताब पढ़ लो, ध्यान के बारे में इतनी साफ डेफिनेशन किसी ने नहीं दी है जो मैं आप मेरे गुरुजी की कृपा से आपके सामने रख रहा हूँ. एक बार ध्यान में महसूस हुआ मुझे, knowledge, undigested knowledge, which is not understood well, which is not thoughtfully digested in your system, on which you cannot even contemplate in which direction I'm going. That knowledge also becomes a burden, and unfortunately, वो false satisfaction देता है अपन को कि मैंने गायत्री मंत्र जानता हूँ, गायत्री माँ खुश हो जाएगी. उसमें दो शब्द आते हैं, धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. राइट? तो ये जब ख्याल आया तब मेरे को ध्यान के बारे में और ख्याल आया कि ध्यान में तो ये धी है ही है. और यान, दोनों को जोड़ो आप. यान का मतलब है व्हीकल, लाइक चंद्रयान, जो चंद्र पे ले जाता है. जो हमें धी पे ले जाता है वो ज्ञान. और धी क्या है? अल्टीमेट विजडम. So the vehicle that transports my consciousness to ultimate wisdom is dhyan.
Wow. Wow.
Like many Sanskrit words, they are very badly translated into other languages, not just English. For example, one is Saranagati. They translate it as surrender. Shraddha, they translate it as faith. Dhyan, they translate it as meditation. All are wrong.
Okay.
Partially correct, 90% failed. Incorrect. So we have to be careful, and guys like you and many podcasters should rub it up and say, okay, dhyan is this, not the world says today. It's not like becoming zombie or thoughtless. You can take drugs and also become dhyanasta or in samadhi with thoughtless ones. So that's not real thing, see.
Okay. How ध्यान या हम कहें meditation, जो regular meditation which is the entire world is practicing, versus heartfulness meditation, इसमें फर्क क्या है?
Many, they're fundamentally different. Traditionally speaking, many people, they just sit quietly, not knowing what to do in dhyan.
Correct.
Many great personalities, they say, do nothing. Just be inactive and wait. Many people, they chant, japam and all that. But when you are busy with japam and all that, no doubt you can focus mind because you are chanting one thing all the time. See? You become what you think of continuously. When you resonate, you imbibe the quality of the object with which you are resonating. When you resonate with godly principle in a subtle way, you are resonating with God's essence. God's essence, every religion says, is love. And where does love come from? It oozes from your heart. So, in heartfulness, we meditate on the presence of the divinity, the divine love in the form of light in our heart. That is one big difference. Second, Lord Krishna is the authority on everything we speak of. When you read many of his slokas, and I specifically bring your attention to 10:20, meaning 10th Adhyay, 20th sloka, where he says, I dwell in every heart. Okay, he's given you his home address, right? So when you want to knock at his door, you have to visit your heart, not somebody else's heart, your own heart. You can't knock at the temple and say, Krishna, where are you? And you open the door. You're knocking at the wrong door. So that's why most spiritual approaches fail. Third big difference, I tell you, is I just given the example of transporting your present level of consciousness to a highest level of consciousness. But in one jump, if that happens to the highest level of consciousness, you will not be able to recognize yourself.
Okay.
It will not be cognizant to you. Okay. So there is this, to the extent we purify ourselves, to the extent we imbibe those divine qualities, to that extent our consciousness will jump. You understand that much? Let me give you another example. Atom. Imagine atom. There is nucleus, the electrons moving around as in successive orbits. What happens? I want to make electron jump from the first orbit to the fifth orbit. It needs energy input.
Correct.
Okay. For this consciousness to move from where I am to the next level possible, there too you need energy input. Who will supply that? So that is mentioned in Kenopanishad, second sloka, where it says just as to sustain our body, you need balanced diet, vitamins, minerals, exercise.
Correct.
To enrich my mind, manoshya I need enrichment at a mental level from another mind, minds of my elders, my parents, gurujans, literature. But how will you enrich your soul? So there is pranasya prana. And that is possible only through a personality who is attached or who is connected with the source. He is able to give you this impetus of prana. So during meditation, if you can receive this pranasya prana, your consciousness will immediately shift. I say it immediately because you're wearing one of those rings, right? That the one
These are health band.
It measures your heart rate variability and other stuff,
Correct.
right? So try it. You don't have to wait for next life to measure the effect of this pranahuti in one single session of meditation. And millions of such small sessions can take you to a different level of awareness, different level of consciousness. That is the whole purpose actually of our existence. Evolution of consciousness. You see, many people, they ask, what is the purpose of our life?
बिल्कुल
You see, Vivekanand, I'll use his words. I'm not exactly quoting him. He used to say, the only purpose is to allow this thin layer of film of consciousness that we have. It is like being sandwiched between two giant oceans. So you can imagine the tragedy of our awareness. A small film sandwiched between two oceans is a very tragic situation. He says, allow this thin film of consciousness to soar higher into sky of superconsciousness. And allow that also to plunge into deeper oceans of your subconscious. So his intention by this example is to see that thin film of consciousness must widen. It must become broadband. See? And that is the whole purpose. And that has to be perceptible here and now. Not left on blind faith that this will happen after my 10 lives or 3 lives or in my next birth. If I cannot experience it, even little bit of it here and now, what is the point? So this here and now is the promise of heartfulness. This is the third difference. Fourth is directly related to moksha, liberation.
Okay.
Right? Our life unfolds based on many things. It's our social background, community, our education, but much more than that. Our past, distant past background, our samskars from previous lives, how they manifest in this life. Okay. Now, if imagine for a moment, if there were no samskars, would there be reason to manifest?
No.
Samskars are like seeds. It has to grow into something one day.
Correct.
Right. So when there are no samskars, then there is no reason for your birth. Now, we have collected so many samskars from our past lives. And as we go on undoing those samskars, as we go on reducing those seeds of my past karmas, I become eligible for moksha. Suppose you had samskars from your past life to become a scientist, or that you'll fall in love with such and such a girl. I give you two scenarios. But father being, let us say, farmer or someone, he said, no, you can't do this. You can't be a scientist. We have 2,000 acres of land. What are you going to do with this land? And there goes your dream, or there goes your samskars from the past, remains unfulfilled. Something that you don't like to do as a farmer now, you end up doing it all your life. You build more samskars. Right? You love some girl because of your past samskars. But your parents would say, oh, she belongs to a different community. She's not fit for our society. There it goes again. Your life is ruined, her life is ruined. Her husband's life will be ruined, your new wife with the different samskaras. So we go on multiplying samskars after samskars without exhausting the previous ones.
True.
Okay. This system, heartfulness, teaches us how not to build new samskars and how to fry the old samskars. So eventually you end up with zero samskars when you depart from this world. Right? And fifth or sixth difference, I would say, is there is much more to achieve beyond liberation. Liberation is just a beginning. If I have to say, if there are 23 stages of your progress, the condition that a liberated person gets is between second and third circle. By the fifth circle, you are totally eligible for liberation. But there are still, after that, 18 more waiting for you. So that is possible only with this system, heartfulness. Most striking one, I tell you, the difference is traditional yoga. It says your journey ends at Sahasradal Kamal. And precisely so, there is nothing wrong with it. Traditionally, yes. Heartfulness is untraditional way. Why? I kept on thinking, why does the journey in a traditional system ends at SDK, Sahasradal Kamal? Because SDK, when you are there, it's the most dangerous chakra you can have. Dangerous in the sense, it is such a beautiful chakra where you have the condition of Sat Chit Anand. You are so blissful at that moment. The bliss is so enjoyable, you don't feel like going further. You remain addicted to it. If you lose even a bit of it, or if dilutes a little bit of it, you will worry, oh, I am losing my ultimate state. But there is much more after that. For you to understand, there is one more chakra which is very well known in the world, Brahmarandra, where they make the choti, right? That is Brahmarandra. How come they have not mentioned it in traditional yoga? Right. So it shows that there is a chakra even after Sahasradal Kamal, which is here. Brahmarandra is there, and there is still one more final chakra to go. And you see, once you come to Brahmarandra, and still one chakra is waiting for you, it's a test of a guru here. Will he save you from exiting from Brahmarandra? Exiting from Brahmarandra means death.
Okay.
So when you are at that chakra, you will die.
Okay.
There is no reason to exist anymore after that. All liberated souls, without exception, they fly out from Brahmarandra. So when a spiritual practitioner reaches that level, Guru becomes very vigilant. He has to make sure that he goes beyond 12th chakra, bypassing it and go to the next higher chakra. That happens only in heartfulness. So I have explained to you, I think, many nuances where we differ from traditional systems. And it's not for everyone. Some people who like peace of mind, there are many systems. They restrict themselves to pranayama. Oh, I'm happy with pranayama. They feel good about it. But they don't understand pranayama is only for your health. See? Hatha yoga is for health. You can't go to higher levels of consciousness with all these things.
Beautifully explained. Thank you. जब हम चक्रास के बारे में बात करें, जैसे आपने कहा कि in traditional way or at most of the places there are 7 chakras, and then of course अब कई जगह mention होते हैं there are few more chakras. इनकी नॉलेज इतनी इम्पोर्टेंट क्यों है? क्या हम ध्यान साधना बिना इनकी नॉलेज के कर सकते हैं?
जरूर कर सकते हैं. नॉलेज जरूरी नहीं है, अनुभव जरूरी है. सपोज आपको नॉलेज हो गया कि सहस्रदल कमल अल्टीमेट ब्लिस मिलता है, नॉलेज करोगे क्या? करेक्ट. You know the formula of water, 2 hydrogen 1 oxygen, H2O. प्यास बुझेगी?
नहीं वाह
सच्चिदानंद बोलते रहो, जब करते रहो सच्चिदानंद सच्चिदानंद. और सम पीपल कीप ऑन रिपीटिंग अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. क्या ब्रह्म बन जाओगे आप? It's a fallacy. You must be in a position to experience it. Right? What is Brahm? What is Parabrahm? Are the individuals? Are the consciousness levels? Can I experience? Let's talk that. Say. And when you experience, knowledge will follow on its own. With experience, your knowledge is solidified. It has found its backing. You know, currencies without any backing, for example, without gold backing, what happens to it? You know? And when you have, let us say, few trillion tons of gold in India, what will happen to our currency? $1,000 versus 1 rupee. So, now, knowledge many people have, but experience 1 in trillion.
True, agree.
But there is still furthermore. You experience divinity once in a while. You get so much of peace and bliss within your hearts. You're mesmerized. Is it enough? काफी नहीं है वो.
Once, not.
Even if it is 24/7, it will be more frustrating. कई लोग बोलते हैं ईश्वर की अनुभूति हो जाए, दर्शन हो जाए, जीवन पार हो जाएगा. ये भी एक तरह की भ्रम है, एक तरह का. वो और परेशान करेगा आपको. एक बार जिसने गांजा ले लिया, ये तो सबसे महंगा गांजा है. उसकी कोई दवा नहीं है. No, there is no substitute. So, from my experience, I can say, experience is also not enough. There is a next stage that waits for you. And that happens only when you have a good guru, capable master. What he does, or what actually happens when you associate with such a personality, you begin to resonate with his being, and you start becoming. You see the difference? Experiencing versus becoming. Oh, okay. I'll make it even clearer. Let us say I am with you and say Amiett Kumar, great hospitality. If I stay with you for 2-3 months and I start thinking, I wish I was also like him. Anna? Generous, very wealthy, rich, good heart. So, experience of good friend or friendly hospitality is good. But to become that person is different. Divine experiences can be good, rather great. But to become divine, to become Krishna, or Jesus or Buddha is different altogether.
Wow.
See, this is this is the core of heartfulness. That you see, we begin with religion. It's fantastic. We begin with belief, dogmas. It's good. And if you are wise enough to understand that I have to experience what religion talks. Religion says God is there. Spirituality says you have to experience. Religion says you have to experience God outside in temples. Spirituality says He is within you, experience Him within you. He is your antaryamin. Reality says don't depend on experiences. Go further, become. Heartfulness goes further and says, renounce is becoming also. Free yourself. Drop that also after that. And Ananta Yatra continues beyond and beyond. That's why Vedas, though in the beginning they are so optimistic, in the end they conclude Vedas. Neti, neti, neti. Why? Because that ultimate state is beyond words. There is nothing in this world with which you can compare that state. Nothing can be compared. So neti, neti, neti. See? So afterward you are zipped. you can't say this is what happens or I have arrived. Many people they say I have arrived. I had darshan of Rama. This is all BS. And because person who really envisions has darshan of the Lord cannot speak. Oh, he becomes dumb. आश्चर्य वक्त स्तब्ध वो स्तब्ध हो जाता है क्या बोलेगा बेचारा इज स्टिल डाइजेस्टिंग दैट विजन
बहुत सारे सवाल आए अभी जब आपने कहा कि जब कोई ये बोलता है कि क्या मेट माई गॉड मैं राम से मिला मैं हनुमान से मिला मैंने वो देखा मैंने एक्सपीरियंस किया वो डिवाइन मेरे को महसूस हुआ क्या ये बिलीफ का एंड नहीं है फिर उसकी सर्च का है फिर वहाँ कई बार जब लोग ऐसा महसूस करते हैं ऐसी अनुभूति होती है तो क्या ये उसके बाद ऐसा महसूस नहीं करते होंगे लोग कि खत्म हो गया अब तो सब कुछ बस कर लिया अब तो मैंने जो करना है
आई टेल यू जो बोलते हैं कि प्रभु राम के मैंने दर्शन किए इससे झूठ कोई इससे बड़ा झूठ हो ही नहीं सकता है मैं आपको बताता हूँ अभी भी राम होते तो कृष्ण की क्या जरूरत पड़ती
क्या बात है वाह वाह
प्रभु राम तो सोर्स के साथ मर्ज हो गए कृष्ण के आने के बाद अभी कृष्ण अवतार चल रहा है somebody भूल से भी बोल दे कि मैंने कृष्ण भगवान के दर्शन किए मैं मान सकता हूँ शायद होगा लेकिन जब राम के बारे में चर्चा होती है तब मुझे हंसी आती है सबको बेवकूफ बनाता है ये बंदा वो है ही नहीं उनका अस्तित्व ही नहीं रहा वो तो जहां से आए थे वहां मर्ज हो गए जिस काम के लिए आए थे जब श्री कृष्ण भगवान का अवतरण हुआ यहाँ पे भूमि पे वो उनका आना और उनका जाना जो गए उनको इज इनट्रेसेबल और अदर अनट्रेसेबल
बट क्या आप ये मानते हैं कि भगवान हनुमान है
डेफिनेटली है बट नॉट द वे यू थिंक ही इज ओके नाउ आई गिव यू सम एग्जांपल
जी
अमित जी व्हाट वर यू इन योर पास्ट लाइफ लेट अस से यू आर अ भृगु महाराज फॉर अ मोमेंट उसके पहले भी कुछ हुए होंगे आप अभी अमित कुमार चले जाएंगे आफ्टर मे बी अनदर 50 years तो सब आपके फ्यूचर में दर्शन होंगे 100 साल के बाद किसी भक्त को उनको अमित दिखाई देगा या भृगु दिखाई देगा या कोई और दिखाई देगा
कोई और दिखाई देगा जो नेक्स्ट बात हो
you see because the form is gone the one that gives you identification is gone do you understand that much let us see Patanjali Muni is there right Patanjali had many births before he was Patanjali he manifested as Babuji he manifested as Patanjali he manifested as I would say Ashtavakra now when you pray to Patanjali and unke darshan ho ja raha hai which form will appear to you as Babuji, Patanjali or Ashtavakra?
Maybe as the recent.
What is the reason? He is not born yet. So there is formlessness there. Once this soul departs, gets rid of this dress of our body, it becomes formless. Thus, God is also formless. We bring Him into our imagination
Worship.
based on our worship, but reality is something else.
Hmm.
When you say formless, so what form will you imagine?
Hmm.
So, the darshan is when you become like that entity. Otherwise, until then, your darshan will remain incomplete.
Hmm.
When you become another replica of the Lord whom you are worshipping, till then you cannot dream of darshan. You will see Him within you as yourself, as the Lord of the universe. You become the Lord, see. Now, when you talk of Hanumanji, my Guruji Maharaj and Hanumanji, they used to communicate, and he used to descend from that formless dimension. And he used to say, what a tragedy. Ramayana depicts me as a monkey god. They have put a tail behind me. I was not a monkey. And see how they are doing this. And I was a mere servant of Lord Rama. And see, why are they worshipping me? They are worshipping the servant. Worshipping me is not going to take them anywhere. Worshipping Rama also not going to take them anywhere. Because he's not there. This is Krishna avatar. And after another personality that will come in future. Krishna Yuga will end. You can break your head and heart. Krishna will not come after that.
क्या आपको लगता है कि बहुत लोग बात करते हैं कल की अवतार के बारे में?
वो आएंगे.
कब?
That we cannot say. वो इतना डिटेल जानने का मेरा कैपेसिटी नहीं है.
एंड आपको ये लगता है कि फिर ये युग है, ये खत्म होगा?
वो तो होना ही है. कब तक चलेगा?
ओके. आपने ना बीच में बात की अबाउट गुरु. गुरु कितना, किसी के भी जीवन में गुरु कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है?
At least in spiritual realm, गुरु के बिना आप कहीं भी नहीं जा सकते. He should have reached the highest. Only then you take his saranagati. Otherwise, when in doubt, stay away. It's better to remain without guru than a wrong guru.
Wrong guru.
There are a few signs.
Okay.
One sign is when you sit beside a guru who has attained, you'll feel at peace. That's number one quality. Number two, make sure, does he want something from you? Run away from this person. These two particular signs you have to be careful with. Other things, sometimes they take your tests. They'll do all kinds of funny things and see if you can tolerate it. But that's beside. But these two are fundamental. Brahma Vidya cannot be sold. If you can sell it, how much would you pay? And if you can pay in realizing God, why do you need God? So, run away from gurus who ask dakshina in advance. Itna fees hai for this program, itna fees hai is for this program. ये लोग लुटेरे हैं. योगी जो कहूँगा उद्योगी बन गए हैं.
राइट.
वो उनसे भागना चाहिए. असल गुरु को पहचानने के लिए एक ही रास्ता है. See if your heart agrees with it. When you meditate with such a personality, see if your soul grants you immense peace in your heart. There is a reason why I'm saying this. Purpose of the soul to take this birth is only one. Minimal achievement through this birth should be liberation.
Right.
If the path is correct and that can fulfill the cherished desire of your soul, then soul will give you Atma Santi. Otherwise, वो बेचैन हो जाएगा. You'll feel disturbed. You'll have some doubts in your heart. But people, they bury those doubts and say, oh, उसने वो भी आते हैं, ये भी आते हैं, मैंने 2 लाख रुपया दे दिया ऑलरेडी, अब कहाँ से, So, follow your heart. Heart will give you a signal.
जब आप मोक्ष के बारे में बात करते हैं, आपने बताया भी, हमेशा ऐसा कहा जाता है कि जो मैंने सुना अब तक, समझा पहले भी, कि मोक्ष का मतलब है कि कर्म न्यूट्रलाइज कर रहे हो आप, पास्ट कर्मा, करेक्ट, एंड देन यू न्यूट्रलाइजिंग इट, एंड दैट्स व्हेन यू अटेन द मोक्षा. बट क्या हो रहा है कि इंसान तो कुछ ना कुछ कर ही रहा है, और कई बार आज जैसे आप मिलियंस ऑफ लोगों की जिंदगी बदल रही है, और हर कोई अपने अपने लेवल पर कुछ ना कुछ करने की कोशिश कर ही रहा है. क्या ये इतना आसान है ये महसूस करना कि ये मैं कुछ कर ही नहीं रहा हूं, ये सब भगवान कर रहा है? बिकॉज दैट्स द वे देन. क्योंकि अगर आप न्यूट्रलाइज करने आए हो या फिर आप पॉजिटिव कर रहे हो, अच्छा कर रहे हो, फिर वो पॉजिटिव हो रहा है, फिर उसका आपको तो भोगना पड़ेगा, उसको आना पड़ेगा आपको वापस से, मोक्ष नहीं मिलेगा. लेकिन अगर ये सोचना कि देयर इज अ सुप्रीम पावर, जिस पर भी हमारा, जिस भी रिलीजन से हम बिलोंग करते हैं या धर्म से जो भी है, तो वो हमेशा थॉट रहेगा कि मैं तो इसको भोगने आऊंगा वापस. तो वो न्यूट्रलाइज एक्चुअली में क्या कर, सच में करना इतना आसान है?
इतना न्यूट्रलाइज तो नहीं होता है. I tell you why. These संस्कार्स जो है, they are mainly settling on 5 chakras. And those chakras are dominated with earth, space, fire, water, and vayu elements. Person once has a mastery over these 5 elements becomes eligible for moksha.
Okay.
But there is an identification that I am liberated, that I is still there. So there is no complete freedom as I would say, because your ego still prevails as an enjoyer of liberated state. That's why I say there is much more after liberation. These 5 chakras are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is heart chakra, Atma chakra, Agni chakra, water, and Vayu. Then there is Agya chakra, and there are more chakras beyond until the center. Now, what happens even when you have crossed this way? There are many more to cross. Now, moksha also does not mean that you will not come back.
Okay.
Suppose moksha means some level of freedom which you attain as you go higher and higher. I versus the Lord. When you have completely surrendered, prapannagati is in full bloom, then you can say going beyond the liberation, though you don't need to come back, you'll come back by choice. God will send you back to do some good work. Like Vivekananda, he says, I'll come time and again. This is real freedom. To come or not to come is your choice. Liberated soul has a minimal choice. you will not come back.
Hmm.
But those who have gone beyond liberation,
Hmm.
they have total freedom whether to come or not to
Not to
come. So there is a very subtle difference there.
आपने बुक जो द पावर ऑफ पैराडॉक्स में यू हैव मेंशन कि डिसिप्लिन भी आपको फ्रीडम देता है, डिसिप्लिन गिव्स यू फ्रीडम।
हाँ.
ये डिसिप्लिन किस चीज में है फिर?
So I give you a small example. बाबूजी कहते थे हमारे, आप सपोज रास्ते पे चलना है, कहीं पे भी चल लो, साइकिल से जाना है, थोड़ा फास्ट जाओगे, लेकिन आपकी फ्रीडम कम हो जाएगी, सब जगह नहीं जा पाओगे। स्कूटर से जाना है, आपकी थोड़ी फ्रीडम कम हो जाएगी, लेकिन जल्दी जाओगे आप। कार से जाएंगे तो आपकी फ्रीडम कम होती जाती है एज यू एलिवेट योर मूवमेंट्स थ्रू व्हीकल्स। फ्लाइट से you think there's a whole sky and you have freedom to go everywhere? No, it has a fixed path.
Wow.
When you're going in a space,
और भी
right? Even to urinate, you have to wait for the right time. To eat at the right time, to position yourself in certain way. So higher you go, your freedom is actually reducing.
wow.
But that doesn't mean you are limited. You have freedom. You become aware of one thing, freedom to do what is right. No one can give you freedom to do what is wrong. Not even God. And God also cannot prevent you from doing what is right. So this is paradox, you see. Higher you go, you have less freedom.
Okay.
Like, take another example. Supreme Court judge. Can you go around freely like ordinary clerk in the court?
No.
Or Prime Minister Modi, can he just walk around and visit Delhi Bazaar at will?
No. Wow. Very good.
So as you go higher and higher in divine realms, your freedom actually reduces. You have freedom only to do what is right.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. And that's why people don't want to evolve. That's why people don't want to also keep God nearby. In the heart, it's even dangerous. बाहर रखना अच्छा है, मंदिर में बैठा दो, गुरुद्वारा में बैठा दो, भगवान खुश है, हम खुश है ना। सपोज नानक देव सरदारों को बोल दे के 1 महीना तक आपके संग रहूंगा मैं, वो सरदार बोलेंगे नानक जी आप कहाँ आ गए, मेरे को मुझे जो करना है कर दे दीजिए, परेशान मत करो, ये करो ये मत करो, ये करो ये मत करो। तो कहाँ है आपकी भक्ति? You are always looking for your interest. Even worshipping God is also a business. In traditional way, common people, they worship God only for transactions. मेरा बेटा ठीक रहे, मेरा हस्बैंड ठीक रहे, या बिजनेस अच्छा चलता रहे, और कोई है काम तो is a dispenser.
Correct.
So how can there be God realization? Actually, the most atheist country in the world is India. We all have superficial belief, not the real one.
Okay.
Fake followers for self-interest. There is nothing else.
My God, wow.
They have either fear of God or goddesses, and that's why they worship, or they want something out of that puja. There's a hidden interest behind all these things. अभी मैं बनारस गया था. There were 3 multi-crore-patis, I would say. One fellow, he meditated with me very regularly. Two other guys did not come, though they invited me to their homes. Right? After the meditation, halfway through, I see one of them is gone, fighting with his wife, and the pujari in the kitchen. Pujari says, how can you change God? How can you change your guru? I am your guru and you're sitting beside Daaji. So all meditation, though they invited me, they were, for one reason or the other, they were absent. कुछ गड़बड़ हो जाएगा, दादी के साथ ध्यान करेंगे तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगा क्या, हमारा बिजनेस में नुकसान हो जाएगा. They are all Marwadis. And Banaras, where I was, is loaded with pandits. And they thrive on fear and temptation.
Insecurities.
Yeah. So how can there be God realization? To the core, to the very core, you are selfish. So simple thing to bribe God. Say, coconut फेंको उनको, 2 अगरबत्ती लगाओ या 3 दिया जलाओ. आपका क्या जाता है? 1000 दिया जलाओगे तो कितना ग्राम घी जाएगा? But you want amritam from God. You want long life. Even the entity that dwells within you, who has not left ever since your birth, it's in your heart, giving your life. जिनको हम थैंक यू भी नहीं बोल सकते हैं, तो आप किसको थैंक यू बोलोगे? बाहर तो उपचार है, औपचारिकता. If we can bribe God with coconuts, you can bribe government officers or politicians left, right and center without any conscience giving away. यहाँ तो ऐसा ही होता है साहब. ऐसा अगर नहीं करोगे तो you will not survive. Even the best people have to do this.
तो आपके अकॉर्डिंग धर्म है क्या?
धर्म इज वेरी सिंपल. अभी मैं इन पे किताब लिख रहा हूँ धर्म पे. धर्मा.
Okay.
It starts like this. You know the story in Mahabharat, जब 5 पांडव और द्रौपदी, they were in forests. I think it was in the 12th or 13th year, they were passing through one forest. भाइयों को तरस लगी, प्यास लगी. पहला जाता है, वापस नहीं आता है. चौथा जाता है, तीसरा जाता है, दूसरा, सब ढूंढने निकलते हैं. And they found everyone dead. Yaksha tells him, look, until you answer some questions, you cannot drink this water. Finally, Yudhishthir goes. Yudhishthir थोड़ा matured आदमी है. So when Yaksha says stop, you cannot drink the water until you answer my questions. So he asked few questions, and final question was dharma. Like you, what is dharma? And the reason Yaksha asked Yudhishthir कि धर्म क्या है, आपको इसलिए मैं पूछ रहा हूँ क्योंकि आप धर्म राजा के पुत्र हो. But your answer should be only in one word. So what do you think he gave answer? Apramadam. Meaning heedfulness, being aware. Heedlessness, tadharma. Heedfulness, being aware of things, what you are paying attention to, is dharma. Are you doing it awareness or वैसे ही कर ले जा रहे हो आप? So Yaksh was very happy with his answers. And then he made all his brothers alive again. Of course, there were other questions also before answering. Which brother of yours should I make alive? So he says, my other mother's son. So the progeny can continue. So there's a lot of wisdom behind it. See, dharma has nothing to do with religion.
Very important.
रिलीजन पंथ हो जाता है, धर्म कुछ और है. धर्म सबका एक है. Your awareness, how attentive you are to your work, to your inner world, outer world, are able to see 360 degrees. Again, we are coming back to consciousness. Awareness is consciousness. But with a slight difference, I would define consciousness as degree of awareness. Right? To what degree I am aware, that defines or calibrates your consciousness level. My awareness, your awareness, donkey's awareness, they have all different spectrum, or we can position them differently.
Correct.
Being aware is also not enough. However greatly you become aware of things, you have not fully understood Dharma. Being aware, am I able to respond properly? For example, a mother, she has headache. You become aware that my mom has headache. Is it enough?
No.
The next step has to come. I try my best to relieve her from headache either through some massage or bring paracetamol or some other medicine she is used to. So becoming aware is also not enough. Had I been Yudhishthira, I would have also said appropriate action at that moment. But awareness carries that within it itself. Appropriate response. That is Dharma.
Beautiful. आपने अभी से पहले जब बात की थी धर्म से पहले, being religious, और हम सब लोग ज्यादातर spiritual and जब हम आप बात कर रहे थे कि हम में से ज्यादातर लोग for our own benefit we pray to God, we connect with God. फिर the real connection with the God है क्या? Is it being in a state of gratitude or what?
In reality, we and God, they are not different. It is like asking what's your relation with ocean if you are a fish. This is still not a perfect example, but at the final level, you'll understand there is no difference between him and myself. Myself will also erode. It will be annihilated into him. You see, what is preventing me to merge with him is the things that I have collected over lifetime, the baggage. Or if I put it this way, raindrops falling in the oceans. What becomes of the raindrops?
Becomes ocean,
Right? If oil drops were falling, they'll float forever. They cannot become the ocean.
Right.
So, until I become him, like him, I will remain what I am. There will be separation. He is also longing for you to be one. He is also feeling lonely. Most miserable person in the whole universe is God. It's like mother with 100 children and nobody comes to her. This stupid fellow is always asking me this, and she generously keeps granting things without any discrimination. God is in that situation. See, it's not only we are genuinely wanting to merge in God. God is also wanting, rather restless, more restless than
Yeah.
us.
Hmm. Hmm. तो क्या ये यही स्टेट सरेंडरिंग है?
Surrendering takes time. Do you really want to surrender?
Hmm.
You have to surrender your freedom.
Hmm.
So be careful what you're asking.
Hmm.
But you will not lose anything. If you can really surrender, take Saranagati at the feet of the Lord, you're the biggest winner.
Hmm.
But we generally weaken our will to surrender because our heart remains divided. हमें ये भी चाहिए और वो भी चाहिए. होगा. As far as I give you another example. From Sahaj Mark perspective, my Guruji says, if you can make 1 crore, you have the ability to make 1 crore, make 10 crores.
Mm-hmm.
Spend it wisely. If good people stop making money, you're leaving that entire avenue open for bad people to make money. What becomes of society then, say? You make, while genuinely expressing your gratitude to God for making you instrument of His for a change. So there's an attitudinal shift there, see. Politicians, for example, I often ask youngsters, why don't you become, enter into politics? Most of them, they say no. They say, मैं उनके जैसा नहीं बनना है. ऐसे अच्छे लोग नहीं बनेंगे तो ऐसे ही लोग चलाएंगे देश.
Correct.
अच्छे लोगों को पार्टिसिपेट होना चाहिए.
Hmm.
So there's nothing wrong in becoming successful in the material world, fulfilling all other things in this life. But remembering one thing, that I'm doing it for a higher cause, not for
Wow.
myself.
Wow.
Right? Such attitude will also improve your spiritual practice.
Hmm.
Now, your material work will also become spiritual because of your attitude. Whatsoever you do will become puja.
बहुत सुंदर, बहुत सुंदर.
Right? You're a doctor or you're a coolie on the railway station. Yeah, it is your attitude that makes the difference. Attitude of a laborer in the farm who spends 800 calories a day. And a guy like you going to gym spends 1,000 calories a day. You build muscles. The laborer loses muscles. Your attitude for going to gym, I'm going to build muscles. While the other fellow is cursing his boss and doing the same thing you do. It is the attitude that changes everything. With what attitude I'm worshipping God to get something back, then it's a curse.
What is detachment then?
I would not call detachment. I would say loving attachment.
Okay.
Is not God attached with you? He's giving you life.
Huh.
Without that connection, attachment, you can't be existing.
Right.
Your children. I take children as if they're God's gift to me. I have to look after them. Is this attachment? It is attachment. It is loving attachment. Nothing wrong with it. I have a wife, I have a mother. It is this loving attention towards the family that makes me so loving, and I can juxtapose that love to the rest of the world and to good God or Guru. So family life is actually the training ground for spirituality, where we know how to love each other. And wherever there is love, there is freedom towards each other. See, what you are saying, you have to detach something only when you are bound. But when you give freedom to your wife, your mother gives you total freedom out of trust that Amiett can do no wrong. That is liberating her as well as liberating you. I give freedom to my wife, do whatsoever you like. It's a mutual freedom. I give freedom, but she continuously keep doubting me. Then what happens? There is no mutual freedom. So family life, I think it's a training ground of freeing each other, granting love automatically. And then you become attached to the whole world with the same principle, giving freedom to all. And in that you get liberated. You try to detach yourself. For example, you want to get rid of some thoughts that you have in your mind. Let us say you are after some imaginary girl in your mind and you are chasing her. And after some time you realize, I want to detach my thoughts from her. कर पाओगे? More you try, she'll wrangle you more.
Correct.
Detachment happens naturally. More you try, you'll be in that trap. So try to love. Take a positive angle. Love without limits. Love without condition. And you'll become detached.
Loving without condition, is it so easy?
But keep trying. What choice do you have?
Right.
Try it. Try to see how much freedom you get out of it. Immense freedom.
A lot of people, I'm sure, they come to you. Sir, you were adding?
I was remembering one song from Mukesh. मुझे तुमसे कुछ भी न चाहिए. But that's a very sad song. But if you take it in a positive way, I don't have any expectations from you. It's freedom. I don't have any demands.
आज आप ये सब बिल्ड कर रहे हैं, ये सब लोग मिलके जब आपने स्टार्ट किया ये, ऑब्वियसली यू कैरीड अ विजन. क्या आप अपने आप को आज रिजल्ट से डिटैच रख पाते हैं और एक पर्पस रहता है कि यहां तक पहुंचना है? दैट कुड बी एनीथिंग, हेल्पिंग पीपल, चेंजिंग लाइव्स.
I don't think so. I didn't have a vision, to tell you the truth. Only dream I had was to build a forest that would remind the world that this is a forest akin to Kakpusandi's ashram, where whoever entered should be able to dive deep into meditation. That was the dream. And I don't think I'm any closer to it.
Oh.
If I have chance and money, I would build a better ashram.
But your presence is there across the globe. So still it is too big. Not what the way you want to.
Still, you see, I would prefer in every state,
Okay.
in every country, such places should be there so people can really take a shelter and go within. Make some oasis in every country. But especially in India, I would like to have in every state at least one place. It's a far-fetched dream, but let us see.
It is becoming a reality.
But to have such a huge property like this, it just happened. I don't know if it will happen again in my lifetime. Because having experience here, we can do better next time. And then after that, also something better. Yeah, so opening up opportunities for the next generation. So you can start from there.
If you ever get a chance to decide your next birth, what will you choose?
Next birth. I would not choose. I would leave to my master and send me wherever you like. Because the moment you make a choice, you're going to make mistake. Leave it to him.
Easier path.
Let him break his head.
Okay.
Let Krishna do the worries.
A person whose beginning is a spiritual journey, what is the advice? How that person can start?
Establish a routine. 3 things which we advocate, 3 practices in heartfulness. Morning meditation for 20 minutes, evening cleaning for about 20 minutes, 5 minutes of prayer before you go to sleep. Make these 3 items non-negotiable. That's all. And make it a routine. Don't do anything else. These 3 things must become your priority.
Okay.
And you see how within just few days, you become a different person.
Okay.
Just few days.
It is. First, we understood meditation by cleaning.
I mentioned to you how not to form samskars. Your daily accumulation of karma must zero out in the evening. So no new accumulation. So only worry is past. And let Guru handle your past karmas. So evening cleaning, we are teaching how to get rid of the daily baggage.
Okay. Is it a form of meditation?
It's a form of meditation.
Okay.
Meditation is very inactive process where you close your eyes and just let go. And having a thought that divine presence is already there in my heart. That love is in my heart. See. In the evening, it's very active type of meditation where we willfully make a sankalp.
Okay.
Very subtle suggestion to ourselves, prayerful suggestion to ourselves that I like to become purer and simpler. And this happens when all complexities and impurities go away from my system. Right? So when complexities go, we become simpler. Impurities go, we become purer. And we imagine how they are going in the form of smoke.
Okay.
Smoke it out from your back, from top of your head till the tailbone. Just imagine it is going out for 20 minutes. And in between, have a thought that grace from God is descending, is helping me complete this cleaning process. At the end, make a thought after this cleaning is done, or just before you are opening your eyes, I have become free now. My whole body is like now temple of God. With that sankalp, you mingle with family.
Okay. And pray. Why does one?
Prayer is to continue with that connection which we make consciously. You pray to God that you are my goal. My desires, my wishes are bars to my advancement. And without your help, I cannot make a move towards you. I need your help, my Lord. Think over this prayer. Contemplate on it. उस पे मनन करते करते सो जाओ. So actively we start prayer, but it becomes subconscious during your sleep. तो नींद में भी you are somehow connected. So your sleep is not just relaxing and recuperating. Now you are divinizing your whole system. So your sleep also becomes somehow more productive.
Wow. How important is sleep?
It's very important. 24 hours are not enough.
A person with spiritualism is very important.
It's very, very important. See, as person in my capacity, more sleepy, more time you spend in sleeping, better my works become. But as long as I'm working on you and you're fully aware, you'll always resist. In sleep, I don't have any barrier while working on you. So when you sleep, I'm happy.
Okay. People who are watching this podcast, we believe a lot in manifestation in terms of manifesting desires, materialistic, and then we have a lot of, we believe in meditation, dhyan. We also believe in prayer with the God, connection with the God. What is your advice to the audience?
हर दिल ध्यान, हर दिन ध्यान. Log into Heartfulness. Learn how to meditate. अपना शुद्धिकरण कैसे करें, भगवान को प्रार्थना कैसे करें, वो सब सीखो. और ईश्वर को ब्राइब करना छोड़ दो.
सही.
मैनिफेस्टेशन के बारे में एक श्लोक बताता हूँ. उद्यम ही कार्याणि सिद्ध्यन्ति. उद्यम से ही काम सिद्ध होते हैं. न तो मनोरथश्च, मनोरथों से नहीं. सुप्तेन सिंहेन मृगा मुखे न तो प्रविशन्ति मृगा. सोए हुए शेर के मुख में मृग, डियर्स, दे डोंट जंप इन. कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा.
उद्यम.
थैंक यू अमित.
बहुत 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 धन्यवाद.
थैंक यू भैया.
एंड आई एम श्योर अबाउट इट, जितने भी लोग ये पॉडकास्ट देख रहे हैं सबको ये भाव महसूस हुए होंगे, और एक एक आपके जो शब्द रहे, आई एम श्योर बहुत लोग आपको ऑलरेडी फॉलो करते हैं, लेकिन आपके जो ये गोल्डन वर्ड्स, आई एम श्योर अबाउट इट, ये मेरी ज़िंदगी, जितने भी लोग ये पॉडकास्ट देख रहे हैं उनकी ज़िंदगी में बदलाव लेकर आएंगे. वापस से आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
थैंक यू भाई.